When you click Buy online, the transaction feels instant. But behind that screen, a massive physical machine kicks into gear to get that exact item from a distant warehouse directly to your front door. This logistics strategy is the first major pillar of marketing, known simply as place. It's the high-stakes decision of where and how you actually let a customer buy what you've made. The biggest hurdle in this process is distribution. To make a sale, you have to find a way to bridge the physical, geographic miles between the factory where a product is born and the shelf where a customer finds it. You can think of distribution like a strategy game. To win, a business has to weigh 4 key stats for every single shipment: speed, cost, capacity, and reach. If you choose the wrong transport method, the consequences are immediate. You'll either drain your profits paying for shipping that's too expensive, or leave your customers staring at an empty shelf while they wait for a delivery that's too slow. Let's look at the heavy hitters, starting with sea transport. Shipping by water offers massive capacity and keeps costs incredibly low, but it comes with a major penalty. It is very, very slow. Still, for items of impossible size, it is the only option. This massive brewing equipment is far too heavy for a plane. Only a cargo ship has the physical scale to move something this singular. Modern ships also maximize their capacity by using standardized metal containers. Thousands of these identical boxes can be stacked onto a single vessel, moving enormous volumes of goods across the ocean on a tight budget. If your goods need to travel over land instead of water, you turn to rail. Trains offer a better balance of speed and cost than ships, though they are completely restricted to moving wherever tracks have already been laid. Rail excels at hauling heavy, industrial materials across huge domestic distances. Trains can drag thousands of tons of cargo across a continent without stopping. But rail suffers from a very low reach score. Trains can't pull up to a local shop or a residential driveway. They are bound to fixed stations and industrial hubs. Sea and rail act as the foundations of distribution. They are essential for the massive, high-volume initial leg of a journey, but they can't finish the job alone. When you need to reach a worldwide destination immediately, you use air transport. Planes maximize the speed stat, but they charge a massive premium in cost, and they can only carry a fraction of the weight of a ship. Because of that high price tag, air transport is strictly reserved for high-value or urgent cargo, things like delicate electronics or time-sensitive medical supplies, where the cost of the flight is worth the time saved. For the best possible reach stat, businesses rely on road transport. Using trucks and vans is flexible and cost-effective for moving goods over short to medium distances. Vehicles have always been the definitive method for direct, final delivery. A van can navigate a neighborhood street and park exactly where the customer lives, putting the product right in their hands. Road transport does have its limits, though. A truck can't compete with the sheer volume of a cargo ship, and driving individual vans across an entire continent is an inefficient use of fuel and labor. However, there is one modern method that bypasses physical logistics entirely: the internet. Through direct downloads and 3D printing, some products don't need a vehicle at all. For software, data, or digital media, the internet eliminates the traditional penalties of cost and speed. The product travels from the provider to the user's screen in seconds. As a product moves closer to the final buyer, the priority changes. The business stops worrying about moving massive amounts of bulk and starts focusing entirely on speed and precision reach. The secret to modern distribution is that almost no business relies on just one transport method to move a physical product. Instead, companies chain these different methods together into a single route, using each one where its stats are strongest. The journey might start on a slow, high-capacity cargo ship to cross the ocean efficiently. Once it lands, the container is moved to the rail network for a balanced, cost-effective trip across the landmass. Since the train can't leave the tracks, the cargo is transferred one last time to local delivery vans. These vans use their superior reach to navigate city streets and finish the door-to-door delivery. This coordinated physical relay is a massive operation, and it stands in sharp contrast to the instant, single-step journey of a digital download. Moving the boxes is only half of the story. Distribution exists to support the final goal of place, creating the actual bustling environment where a business meets its customers face-to-face. Success comes down to how effectively these different methods are synchronized. When the timing is right, the product lands in the customer's hands exactly when they need it, while keeping the company's finances healthy.